Hey everyone, what is going on? My name's ButteredTV and welcome back to the channel. In today's Payday 2 video, we're going to be briefly addressing the update that was added for Payday 2 on both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions at the start of the weekend. I know I'm a couple of days late to this. The only reason being is that I was waiting for official patch notes to be released for this update so I could see what exactly was added, because when I downloaded the update, I couldn't see any new content in this version of the game. As a lot of you know, I already have a pre-composed list of every piece of content that consoles don't have that PC does, so I can compare in case something like this happens and there aren't patch notes and see if anything new was added to the game. And when I checked the list and compared it to the new versions, I saw nothing new. Nothing had changed at all, which led me to wonder what exactly had happened with this update. Was there a reason for it? What was added? What was changed? And I began to think maybe it was something to do with the Scarface character pack being removed from the stores at the beginning of the month. And lo and behold, this morning the Payday 2 Twitter account came out with an update saying a small update went out on consoles this weekend to address some changes we needed to make around Scarface. Patch notes are now available on our website. The website link I will leave in the description down below, but we are going to read the patch notes very quickly here, as there are literally only 2 bullet points to read in these patch notes. And quite simply, the patch notes read as, first off, the removal of Scarface's presence and VO from black screens across the game at the end of loading, and additionally removing Scarface from the Chrome TI rotation if you do not own the Scarface character pack. And so there's our proof that this update was only added to implement some changes with regards to Scarface's removal from the store just over a month ago. The first bullet point quite simply means there are some conversations you'll hear occasionally. You'll have noticed them when a heist is loading up and you see the difficulty scores on screen. So for instance, I'll roll now. The gameplay in the background you'll see is Brooklyn Bank, but you can see Locke talking you through as the game's loading up. Sometimes there are conversations between different heisters, and in some of those conversations you can hear Scarface. And what the patch notes mean is that any conversations involving Scarface that were in the game have now been removed. What's interesting though is I only thought this would be for people who didn't own the Scarface character pack, but when you look at the second bullet point about removing him from TI rotation, they specify he's only removed from rotation if you don't own the pack. But that specification is not made in the first bullet point, which suggests that either A, there's a typo and it only applies to people who don't own the character pack, or B, there's no typo and whether you own Scarface or not, you'll no longer hear him in those conversations. I'd love to be able to check this immediately and confirm it, but I don't actually know which heists feature his voiceover in the conversations, so I've got no way of accurately confirming this quickly. So I'll ask all of you in the comment section below, if you play Payday 2 on Xbox One and PS4 and you hear any of those conversations now after you've downloaded the update, please let me know. I'd be interested to know whether or not it's removed for everybody or just for the non-DLC owners. But guys, that sums up the patch notes for this update. But a lot of you have been asking me, does this mean that consoles are guaranteed another update now because they made the effort to make this one? Sadly, I just don't know. I don't really think anything has changed with regards to the future of content for these platforms, purely because this update seems more like a legal obligation than something they've chosen to do. Because the agreement they had with licensing for Scarface came to an end and Scarface was removed as a character from the stores, this seems purely to me like an update made just to address some changes to make sure they fall within the terms of the licensing agreement coming to a close. Basically to stop any legal concerns and any issues like that, because let's face it, that's the last thing Starbreeze needs when they're still trying to fund Payday 3 and not end up near bankrupt again. So as I've said, I don't really know whether there'll be another console update. As always, if there is anything that changes, I will let you know. But as we currently stand, we are not guaranteed another update on Xbox One and PS4. It's something that might happen further down the line, but it's not something that we are guaranteed to get either. But whatever happens with consoles, as I have today, I will make a video if anything changes, reporting news with regards to updates or anything like that. So keep an eye on this channel, and if anything changes, I'll be the first person you hear it from. But either way, thank you all very much for watching this video. That is all I've got to say. So if you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, as it shows me you like this content and would like to see more. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're new around here, feel free to click that button as well, because it's quick, it's free, and I'll always love you for doing so, and you'll be up to date on all Payday 2 news and Payday 3 news going forward. I'm not going to spend ages plugging all my different socials, so quite briefly I'll just say the links to my Twitch, my Discord, my podcast, all of those are in the description, as well as the link to my Patreon if you fancy supporting me a bit more than you already do from just watching and supporting my content. But either way, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next time with a brand new video. Until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon.